Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the WBO Lightweight Championship of the world. Our main event tonight, two undefeated fighters. Oscar De La Hoya, 18-0. Genaro Hernandez at 32-0. And Chiquinito has something to prove. He's coming up from 130 to 160.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. I'm reminding you again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands and good luck.
Back up. Round one, Caesar's Palace. Oscar De La Hoya in the black trunks and Chiquinito Gonzalez in the white with the colors of the Mexican flag on his trunk. Feints with his right shoulder and then comes with a half uppercut.
Interesting as Hernandez comes out and tries a double jab. De La Hoya circling, trying to get a little bit of a read on the situation here. And you have to expect a little bit of nerves in the opening round between these guys.
With the lack of humidity here, both of these guys have trained and they know how to handle the situation.
Hernandez doing a pretty good job with his jab as De La Hoya looking to see how he'll get inside.
Misses, that one whistles past the nose of Oscar. You see what a good boxer Hernandez is. He's in and out, bounces in. He comes into the kill zone, gets right back out, goes with his jab. Oscar back with his jab and falls short.
And De La Hoya trying to settle into a comfort zone, gets his jab off early in round two. Whereas Hernandez settled into his game playing comfortably in round one.
Head of Oscar. Oscar just kind of bending down to the knees a la Pernell Whitaker. And, you know, there's 4 or 5 punches that look good if you see the way back in this arena. But up here where we are, Dave, you can see that those 4 or 5 punches by Genaro Hernandez were all blocking the gloves of Oscar, as were those last 2 jabs.
He's trying to set something up, and you get the idea that if he slips inside, he'll know exactly what he wants to do, and that was a good example.
Oscar beginning to hit with some power now. He's in a real street fight right now with this guy. Snaps the head back, and Genaro says, yeah, I like that, let's go. Oscar doesn't want to really engage any more than he is right now because he's scoring. Genaro Hernandez is missing shots. See, all of those missed. But watch Oscar, his jab stiff on the chin. Watch the difference. He parried away. Now that time, Genaro Hernandez got through with a sneaky right hand. Forces Hernandez back when he wants with that double jab, but he needs to throw the right hand. There it is. Right there, spun the head. He didn't get it all, but enough to spin the head of Hernandez.
And make him smile to acknowledge how good that shot was. And that's a message being sent about the power of De La Hoya to Hernandez in this fight.
Hernandez flicks out the jab, and Oscar catches it, and Oscar lands 3 or 4 pity-pat shots, sort of half uppercuts.
Here's De La Hoya opening up. He found an opening and worked that body well. That was an excellent hook, too.
Oh, boy, he really, the hooks to the body set it up, and then he had a nice uppercut in that flurry. That's probably the most scoring, heaviest blows that Oscar's landed in the fight, and we're in the closing 30 seconds now of the 3rd round.
And if he can get Hernandez to fire the jab over him or even throw a lazy jab, he can explode on the inside after that.
Well, here's Hernandez lands a couple, but he makes him pay with a hard uppercut with the right hand. And then look at these downstairs, back upstairs. De La Hoya's missed a few. But notice how patient he is when he misses. He comes back, gets set up again.
And look at the power for De La Hoya. Next time he's in on that opportunity, how he maintains his balance, shows you good hand speed from both sides, maintains his leverage, and gets the most out of his punches. Right now, he's sort of a thinking man's assassin in there.
And from East LA, where he's from, and from South Central LA, there's not a lot of thinking men assassins, but there are a lot of assassins. And these are 2 of them. Hernandez just can't catch it. Look at that hard driving right hand of the body of Genaro Hernandez. Meanwhile, look at all these punches he's missing, and he's missing them all. That's 5 or 6 punches in a row that Oscar made him miss. What to do?
This is what Oscar wants to do, waiting. I mean, Hernandez is fighting the way he wanted to come in here, get off first with the double jab. The problem for him is he's doing all the work, he's throwing all the punches first, and then De La Hoya is getting the benefit of what happened. So here's 30 seconds of action as Hernandez goes southpaw. You're the one getting off first, and the other guy gets the acclaim. And now Hernandez is switching styles, so he's confused. You love that as a purist to see what a guy does from fight to set up his offense. And this time, De La Hoya is using defense to set up his offense.
But you watch him, folks, because every time that Hernandez throws the right hand, Oscar sets him up. He'll take the jab, jab, jab. But when he throws the right hand, you just watch Oscar De La Hoya come right back and jump on him, because Hernandez is actually off balance after he throws his right. Watch this now and see what happens when Hernandez ends the fifth round. Hernandez walks forward into him and then unleashes. But look at this. Genaro may have landed one punch in his four-punch dominance. Look at how many clean shots that Oscar's hitting.
Now, we talked about the fact that De La Hoya's defense and power is affecting how Hernandez fights. Hernandez has to come closer now, and he's paying the price for getting closer. And that left hook to the nose really shook Hernandez. We talk about the jab by Hernandez coming up short. So now he's going into a new mode, and that left hook in that last exchange, drawing blood and hurting Genaro Hernandez. This is not the style Hernandez wanted, but De La Hoya is making him do this.
Yeah. When Hernandez throws the right hand, then Oscar tries to counter with it. If Oscar's on the outside, if he's on the inside, he can't very well counter. He'll throw his right hand.
Yeah, we talk about breaking a guy down. It's usually because you're backing him up and you're taking away everything the guy likes to do.
Oscar looks for the right hand. There it is, right there, snaps the head.
This is a 32-0 guy he's doing this to, who had several title defenses at 130 pounds.
Well, I'll tell you this, Hernandez has taken, I would say, 7 or 8 very heavy blows in this round. He's cut up, he's bleeding from the nose, may have a broken nose, as you pointed out, Dave. He's got that cut in the eye. His body has taken a lot of punishment. Closing seconds, and round 6 is over. That was a really good, you could score that 10-8 really in favor of De La Hoya.
Hernandez has quit. He said that's it. We're talking about how good De La Hoya was in that round. And those shots to the nose probably broke it.
He quit.
He hit him with so many high-action, short, powerful shots and totally broke this guy down.
Well, you talked about it in the early part of the 6th round, and he was beginning to break him down after the 5th, and he totally took him apart. And I think his corner's right for stopping that fight at the 6 rounds, because he wasn't going to come back. I mean, De La Hoya was just blasting him, and there's a lot of fight left in Chiquinito Hernandez. You don't need to let him get...